ball absolutely flying around the table, but look at this for a split.
Yeah.
Why would you have a front ball break, Liam?
Yeah, well, I'm not the biggest fan of the cut break, but tonight I'm taking my notes, and you never know, next time I play, I might have to resort to it, because the way the 8-ball's flying, especially on a Monday night where it's to your advantage to get the 8-ball flying, you might see a lot more players using it.
If I ever see you cut break, we're going to have some words.
You never know.
So yellow's the choice then for Matt Cooke, and you can see why, but he does have himself a problem ball. One at the top of the table needs a solve.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether, if he lands low on it as he's played, if this is cuttable, which it looks like it is, and he's got the pace right, and it's a nice angle to just land on the one down the rail.
Yeah, it's a really nice route, but it is just testing his potting early up here, isn't it?
Yeah, and I know he had the angle on the one at the middle pocket to go down early, but what I think I would have done is taken the yellow at the bottom of the table and left yourself the same angle again to go down, because then the one over the middle pocket would have been your last yellow. Whereas now, if he gets this pot, he's got a tricky shot now, which he could have avoided if he'd have taken it early in the finish.
Yeah, his issue is he looks pretty straight on the yellow to bottom left. He is on the one to the left centre if he wants that, but they don't particularly link up nicely together, these two.
Extension.
Yeah, calls the extension. It's landed a bit fiddly. He loved angle on this one to bottom left. I don't think he's got loads at all.
So as you see, he's maybe punching it out.
Oh, well, you could try 100 times and wouldn't be able to do that again.
Yeah, and like I said, that goes back from the start of the route. Picking the right route is so important, and if he'd have taken that yellow on his second shot, he'd have connected up a lot better. And for Cole, this is just what you want as your first visit for the night.
Yeah, great opportunity for chaos. But yeah, a little bit surprised by that shot from Matt. He actually could force that up a lot more than I initially thought, but you know, let's say for example the cue ball avoided the middle pocket, because that was a really difficult line to find. He's done well there to foul, but it looked like the cue ball would have been flying off 2 cushions off the top rail to maybe come down. He might still not have been on the yellow.
Yeah, and that's purely down to the fact he's got to elevate the cue ball, the cue in the air as he plays the shot. It's harder to sort of get that grip and control on the cue ball, which can make you look silly and misjudge it, which he did. But Cole's just got to be careful on this shot. He should get out, but he's just got to make his decision whether he just rolls it or screws round. And whilst Cole is known for his chaos antics, there are elements of his game that the more experience he's got, he's sort of certain times he's taking his time a little bit more, and as you see there, he knows it's to get a ball back, he should get it, but he's just making sure and double checking, and I think that's more experience that he's getting on the circuit.
Yeah, and rolls the 8-ball for Cole Bedford. All the talent in the world, Cole Bedford, super mercurial player. It always has been his issue, just sort of chaining that together a touch. But you know, you take a look at the success that the Welsh international team has had in the last couple of years. He's been a big part of that. A couple of inspirational moments in team pool, which it feels like he's absolutely made for. But you can see he looks absolutely locked in to start off tonight.
Yeah, and obviously he plays for Wales, and he loves playing on the international circuit. He's a showman, isn't he? He loves to play up to the crowd, and he's going for the cut break, I think, as well.
And narrow cut break as well. But that is not the ideal start. I'd love to see that one again.
Yeah, that's just put down as a poor break off. He's
actually front ball, doesn't he? like a wide front ball break.
Yeah, it's a strange one, but he's something he must have been practicing, but I'd be surprised if he tries that break again.
Well, wide front ball break, to going off in the corner pocket of the corner pocket you're closest to means you've missed it that by a long way, right?
Yeah, it looks like it, yeah, but where he's got a little bit fortunate is the yellow that's just on the rail by the two reds. That's not an easy one to disturb out. Now, depending on how Matt feels, he might look at play a double on that yellow into the opposite middle rather than going crashing in.
I almost think you have to. There's just too much traffic involved. It's too difficult a shot to predict and plan for. He's got a yellow near it, but yeah, I think you have to play the double here. He may even leave it till last ball, because it connects actually quite nicely to the 8 ball if you play the double.
Yeah, and I think you're right to leave it. If you're landing on the double, it's right to leave it for the last ball. And the way he's looking at the finish, see, I think he's just come round then and just had a look to see if he can land on it now. But as you said, landing on the double after this shot makes the positional tee next yellow harder. It's just come too far, I think. So he's just rerouting, but it looked like he did play on the double.
Tries to check it down. It's a nice shot, avoids the 8 ball.
Has he got the angle to get back up though?
We may have to draw this off the side cushion. Looks again mighty straight, but you've seen in the last frame how much key power he's got.
Yeah, and I think the shot here is dependent. I think he can just top it through with a trace of top right-hand spin off the bottom rail, side rail, and then spin up. But it's so much harder to control. He could loop to play the cross double and just leave the cue ball roughly where the yellow is and just draw it back slightly. So I think he's not going to have a shot now where if he had drawn the cue ball back slightly, he could have left the cross double and the cue ball would have gone up and down the table, which would have given him a shot at the natural angle on the double, whereas now I think it just naturally double kisses, so he's going to have to try and double it into the corner.
Yeah, this is always some shot. Going to have to look at top right now, I think, for Matt Cooke. Well, all sorts happening in that shot. Ends up playing a lost turn. Looked to play that sort of cross double, but really had to dig into the cue ball to get it out of the way.
And this is perfect for Cole, I think.
He's okay. He's all right.
He is, but I think he's left a sort of one cushion out for Matt, and I expect him to go close.
Yeah, and even if he doesn't, decent chance of taking the pocket, which just makes Cole's work a little bit tricky. Yeah, he did go close.
Yeah, and as you said there, he should have maybe taken a little bit out of it to just make sure he got the pace right to at least get the pocket. As I think, see Cole's choosing away from the safety, or see he could play this red to the top pocket, play it with top spin, so he plays it as sort of like a shot to nothing. So if he misses the pot, gets the snooker. If he gets the pot, he can run out and go for the finish.
Yeah, I like that. I think that it's a pretty nice way of going around things. He's got options. He's looked up a couple of balls here. It is the one that you just said. Rolls it through. In the end, missed by so much that he's hit the far jaw, and it's actually made it quite an awkward ball at the top of the table now.
Yeah, just looks like he's just left enough for Matt for the one cushion escape again. So, similar shot to last time. I'll just be wondering if he's going to take a little bit of pace off it and make sure he gets the pocket at least.
Second prize though.
Yeah. Cole's in complete control now, and if I was Cole, I'd be thinking, use as much time as I can on this frame.
Well, yeah, of course. 1-0 in front, 9:45 and ticking to play.
Put yourself 2-0 up with maybe 4 or 5 minutes to go, and you're in the box seat.
Cole isn't a sort of player you'd naturally describe as a fudger, but he might have to rein himself in and play against his natural instincts here. He's got every opportunity to make this horrible for Matt.
So I think Matt's got to make a decision whether he accepts losing the frame and just hits this yellow really hard to try and make something happen, or because I don't think he's behind, is it to his advantage? Just no, there you go. He's tried to just make a mess. That's not too bad. He's fouled, but he's knocked Cooke with the red onto the rail. So Cole's got a little bit of work to do.
A few different options for Cole to go about things here. It is a little bit of a funky finish.
With the shot clock in play, I don't think he's fully committed to which route he wants to take. Just ran out a little bit of time there. So the critical shot of the frame is going to be the red on the rail, and when does he want to play on it?
If his plan was to play into it rather off the red to the left centre, he looks a little bit short for that, so it may not have been.
Yeah, so Cole just needs to make sure he doesn't land straight on the red, so he just needs a little bit of an angle, as you see where he's putting his cue, to make sure he can get out for the red as his last ball. So he's left the angle, but has he left too much angle?
Delicate shot this.
It is now, and Cole may have to play to trace into the yellow, use the yellow as a buffer.
He's played a dream of a shot there, cued that beautifully.
He looks fully focused.
Yeah, doesn't he just?
He's made sure his hair doesn't get in his eyes, the way he's got a little quiff going on.
Right. 2-0 to chaos. You love this commentary job, don't you, Liam? Your chance just to offer out loads of stick to all your mates on tour.
He's just the best I've ever seen Cole look.
Looks sharp, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, yeah, and he knows it. Look at that look.
He's 2 frames from home, 2-0 in front. A decent finish in the end. Just needed to work a little bit harder than he perhaps would have liked. He had full control of that frame from pretty early on, but it just kept going a little bit smelly for him.
Yeah, this is a chance for Matt. The 8 balls have been moving tonight, so could we see a golden to get him back in the match?
He called it. 8 ball on the move again. Cue ball also on the move, and he'll be thinking, how on earth have I gone in off the top left corner pocket from a cut break? Here's how. I still don't know. That's so tough.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
He's had a couple of shots tonight, Matt, where he could try and do that again. He could be there all night trying to recreate a couple of the things that he's had where he's got it off.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't put a ball off the break, so Cole would have got to the table anyway, and Matt's been a bit unfortunate. These reds are just sitting, just begging for Cole to clear these up. So he's just playing for the red on top of the yellow after this shot. Right.
He still has a shot. He's got the lower of the, or the furthest right, I probably should say, of the reds in that cluster around the middle.
He's just got to force this out, which makes this pot missable. He should get it, but he's controlling that well through the gap.
He's got a lovely shot.
So Cole's elected to leave the red that's closest to the 8 ball as his last shot, but the risk element with that is he's got to make sure he leaves himself the right angle. So,
15-second shot clock has just come into play as well here, worth noting.
Yeah, I think he's going to play to flick off the yellow. So pop the red, screw it into the yellow and just use it to glance down in the line. There you go. But
it's okay. You just saw from that camera angle, he's got a modicum of angle. Not loads, but a little bit. And just stand back for the 8 ball in the same pocket.
He's looking at the double, I think.
There you go. Much angle than I initially thought. It's dead straight.
He'll be targeting the yellow here to just play for the far jaw to use the big pocket. There you go.
Yeah, lovely. Great finish from Cole Bedford. And for a player who does usually play very, very quickly, was right on the edge of that shot clock, riding it pretty hard. You can see he's feeling every moment out there.
Yeah, you could just put we should do player cam tonight. And if you put a camera on Cole for the night, you're going to see a range of different faces and emotions. And you see he's talking to himself. But that's his way. That's how he G's himself up, and sort of what makes him good to watch.
Yeah, he's eminently watchable, Cole Bedford. Great finish there, and right up against the clock. Shot making got him out of trouble a little bit in the end. Maybe he was cut breaking initially, as that break is a little bit more like what I think he was after than his first effort. Split's good, but it is dry, and Matt Cooke, well, if it is to happen, it has to happen now. 3.5 minutes left. He needs minimum 3 frames.
It's speeding up a little bit here, and it's a big shot. Playing there, cut the red, cannon the yellow into the red and yellow. There you go. He's got a chance.
It's a lovely shot, wasn't it?
He's found his route, and he's got a good opportunity here. There's enough time in the match to keep him in it.
May need the help of a golden break, but keeps him at this speed and gets 3 good chances. He won't even need that. The big if is to get 3 chances. He's going to have himself a tough 8 ball, I think, here.
Yeah, fancy.
Oh, how good a positional shot's this? Just a fraction overplayed. Had a wonderful line.
Can he find the double? Be a great out this will be if he can get it.
Treble's close, but he's not going to have the legs.
And I think this is the story of this match so far. I think 3 of the frames, Cole's come to the table with next to no work to do. And he's just saying thank you very much. And if the night can go like this for him for the rest of it, he'll be one happy man.
Well, before this match kicked off, Matt Cooke, Cole Bedford history looked like 3-0 to Matt Cooke. 3 matches played, 3 wins for the Cookie Monster. Right now it's 3-0 on the scoreboard to Cole Bedford, and he is mere moments away from securing his first ever career victory over Matt Cooke and getting that particular monkey off his back.
It's like the lap of honour for Cole here. He's just, you can see how he's strutting around the table. He knows this match is in the bag.
May decide to play. I mean, do you play safe here just to make sure?
No, Cole's going. I think he's just going to play for the outside one of the 3 yellows. He's using his time.
against that well. Yeah, he's okay. He's all right.
So it's whether he wants to screw off the side rail or use the top rail and come around 2. He wants to get the 4-0 victory, but I'm not sure why he's taking so long.
Beautiful. Great performance this from Cole Bedford. A 4-0 win to kick off his Champions League night. A first ever career victory over Matt Cooke, and 𝗏𝗏𝗃 is here to play. 4-0 to kick off his Champions League campaign.